Hello everyone, good morning. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Marsha and I am going to be your guide today. And I am going to accompany you all on your tour today. But I'm not alone. I am also accompanied by my partners. There is Miss Monica as your tour leader, and then there is Mr. Joko, the driver, and last but not least, there is Mr. Anwar, the co-driver. And first of all, I want to know all of you first. Where are you guys come from, and is it your first time in Gresik? Okay, now that we know each other, I will need your help to check on one another to make sure that everyone is in the bus. Now that everyone is in the bus, I will check the attendance also. Okay, now that everyone is in the bus, we are ready for the tour, and let's get started, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to review a little bit about the itinerary, about what are we going to do today. And the first destination is going to be Bukit Jamur, or literally means Mushroom Hill. And then after going to Bukit Jamur, we are going to Pulau Mengare or Mengare Island. And then after that, we are going to have lunch at Nasi Kerawu Butiman. And then after having nice lunch, we are going to Kim Hin Kyong Temple. And then we are going to Sunan Giri Tomb, and lastly we are going to have a little bit of shopping at Bumuzana store. And that's it for today's itinerary. So hope you guys enjoy it, hope you guys happy with it, and please enjoy your ride. Since it's your first time here in Gresik, I will explain a little bit to you about Gresik Regency. So, Gresik is a regency in East Java, Indonesia. It is located at the northwest of Surabaya. Gresik Regency is directly bordered on the northern Surabaya, and there is Madura at the eastern side. Gresik Regency has 1,191.25 kilometers square wide. It is including the Bawean Island that are located at 150 kilometers of the Java Sea offshore. Gresik Regency is also popular by the fact that they are the first regency that mass-produce the cement for building, and it is the place of the biggest cement producer in Indonesia. It is Cement Gresik. Now that we all know a little bit about Gresik, I also gonna talk a little bit about the history of Gresik Regency. So according to Thomas Stamford Raffles in his book The History of Java, the name Gresik comes from Giri Gesik, that also means mountain near the coast, referring to the hilly topography of Gresik Regency, and some part of Gresik Regency is also located at the coastal line of Java Sea. Since the 11th century, Gresik has become an international trading center and visited by many nations, such as China, and there is Arabs, Champa, and Gujarat. And the port of Gresik Jaratan has become an important commercial center since then. Initially, Gresik is part of Surabaya Regency. Until 1974, it is now become a suburb of Surabaya. As now we are going to have our lunch of the day, why don't we talk about food? Gresik's authentic food. There are lots of Gresik authentic food, and one of them is being the dish that we are going to have for our lunch today. It is nasi kerabu. But I think one of the most unique Gresik's food is otak-otak bandeng. So otak-otak bandeng is a fish dish that are made from a processed milk fish. They are often breathed in Gresik's water. And so let me tell you how to make it. So they took out the meat of the fish, leaving the skin, the tail, and the heads, and then cooked the meat by itself with a lot of spices. And then after the meat is cooked, they put it back in the skin so they will look like a normal fish again. And then they will batter it and they will fry it. Simple as that. But not only savory food, there are also some good and delicious dessert cake such as jubung. Jubung is made from a black sticky rice, so it is basically a black sticky rice cake. And then there is pudak that are made of rice flour and coconut milk. Now we are going to the Kim Hin Kyong temple, and in our way we will pass the Sunan Giri Dome. So let me tell you a little bit about Sunan Giri. So Gresik Regency is the first entry point for Islam in Indonesia, which among others was marked by the existence of Islamic ancient dome like Sheikh Maulana Malik Ibrahim and Fatima binti Maimun. And in 1487, Sunan Giri, also known as Sultan Ainul Yakin, started to rule Gresik Regency. Sunan Giri was born in 1442 in Blambangan, that are now also known as Banyuwangi. And Sunan Giri is one of the Wali Songo of Indonesia. There are some different stories about the history of Sunan Giri, and one of them is that Sunan Giri is the descendants of Nabi Muhammad. So he is one of the descendants of Nabi Muhammad, according to some Islamic books. Right now we are going to Sunan Giri Dome, and in our way we will pass the Gresik City Market. There are quite a few of Gresik City Market, and one of them is one that we are going to pass in our way. So City Market is basically a traditional market that was built into a building for the convenience of the seller and the people that comes to the market. So because it is a traditional market with a little bit of modern twist in it, you can get a lot of stuff in there with a really affordable price. And also you can bid if you want, if it's possible. So the stuff that was sold in the city market is, as usual, the household goods, and then there's the food material and spices, and also they also sell clothes and fabrics. Right now we are on our way to Bumuzana store, and we will pass the Giri Kedaton site. So Giri Kedaton is a kingdom that was formed and built by Sunan Giri. Sunan Giri built the Giri Kedaton as the center part for spreading the Islamic teaching in Java, especially in East Java. Later, the Islamic teaching that our Sunan Giri taught in the Giri Kedaton influencing the other people outside Gresik and even extended to Madura, Sulawesi, Kalimantan, and Maluku. So Giri Kedaton has quite popularity amongst the Islamic intellectuals so that many people from the various parts of Indonesia come to Giri Kedaton to learn and developing their Islamic knowledge. Now that we are done with our shopping, I want to inform you guys that the store was the last destination of today's tour. Now we are heading back to the hotel to drop everyone to have a good rest after a long one-day tour. And for the last word, I want to thank all of you for taking this tour and keeping up with me in this tour. I hope all of you enjoy today's tour, and I hope it is memorable enough for you to remember when you go back to where you're from. I want to apologize if there are some phrases that may be used wrong and might hurt your feelings. My name is Marsha, your tour guide today. Once again, want to say thank you so much and have a good rest.